hey, you're in the shot. So this is the Equinox that I drive. It's a 2022 or 2023 Chevy Equinox, and it does a decent job with what I need. It gets me from A to B, it's got a gas card in it, and it hauls all my tools. For the most part, other than some clearance problems, it does everything that I need it to do. But we have run into some issues with all the weight that we have back here. If you take a look at my setup back here, when you start stacking everything back here, we ran it across the scale when we first got this car to figure out how heavy it was, empty and loaded. And right now we've got over 400 pounds of tools riding around back here, which, not that that's an issue for this car. It should be able to handle 400 pounds. I mean, that's two heavy human beings in the back seat. The problem lies with where everything is stationed. Axle is here. Most of the tool weight hangs off the back. So we've got these shocks really compressed. The ride isn't the best. We need to remedy it since this is the rig I got. We're going to make the best of it. And we're going to be installing these guys. This is Airlift's 1000 adjustable air springs. We're going to throw them in today so that we can get a little bit of a better cushioned ride, get the angle correct so we don't have issues with lighting anymore at night, and for longevity wise, keep the tires from wearing out of these things like crazy. Hush up, Cricket. Apparently I got a pet cricket running around with me today. Now if we take a look at what this kit entails, there's not a lot in here that's super complicated, at least if it's the same as the last kit. This is the airbag that we're going to put in. Now what it's going to do is it's going to go in between the shock absorber that already exists in the vehicle, and then it's going to set on top of this disc so that we don't hit the bottom of the hardware in the shock suspension and beat the tar out of everything. These bags offer 1,000 pounds of leveling capacity, so it's not like we can put these on and then figure out a way to put a fifth wheel ball on the top and haul around a gooseneck trailer. Not our intention. All we're looking to do is beef the suspension up a little bit so we can get the ride height right and so that this thing isn't floating like a boat when we're going through some major terrain. A lot harder to use a floor jack on gravel floor. Look out, guard kitty, y'all. But it's what we got, so we're going to utilize it. So what it's telling us to do is we're going to take our first air shock, pop it off, air shock, airbag, whatever you want to call it. We got to decompress it all the way out so that we can wedge it in there. So I did have the set on the last Equinox, and I get the question every once in a while, why don't I run a pickup truck? Well, I put tons and tons of miles on, so a car makes sense in that aspect. And really when I started, I was only doing integrated solutions or AMS. I wasn't doing a lot of hauling. I didn't need a lot of tools. It was that black DeWalt socket set is really all I had. But as time went on and I started doing more demos, forage harvest startups, optimization stuff, I decided I needed a better arsenal for what I needed to do out in the field, because when you get out in the field, you run into situations where you don't need an entire service truck, but you need enough to make yourself dangerous to where if an airbag ruptures on a piece of equipment, or need to tighten up like parallel arms, or you need to unplug a chopper, you like to have tools that help get that job done, not have to wait 15 minutes, an hour, or 3 hours for a technician to come and do those things for you. I am by no means a technician on the road. I don't need a service truck. This gets the job done. Sure, a pickup would be a little bit handier, especially when we get into chopping season, but this is what I have. They give it to me to run around in. I'm not going to bite the hand that feeds me, so to speak. Hang on. We better get our creeper under there. There. All right. So you can see I can just take my fingers and come right up through the bottom of this. We're going to go that guy right there, boop. Then we're going to take our bag. Now, I might have got it, boys and girls. So, you can tell you don't look right. It's kind of going and inflating. That'll come, that shape will come back over time. So before I get too carried away, I am going to get this slid up in there, like so. Got this hose on. I'm gonna get the clamp on, slide everything back together, and now we can move on to the other side. And guys, I do want to say I appreciate the folks that watch this channel and what I do. I really do appreciate it. I apologize. It's been a little over a month since I've posted, but right now the ag economy isn't very good. We got low commodity prices, and there's just not a lot of people wanting to purchase, and I get that. When there's not a lot of people to purchase, there's not a lot of stuff to record. So it's not that I forgot about you, it's not that I'm not doing this anymore. It's just there hasn't been stuff noteworthy to do a long film with anyways. There's been lots of stuff to do TikToks and shorts with. But hopefully that's changing with fall just around the corner. We're going to pull the old nipple off. Alright, same thing. Up underneath. Alright. So now we're going to go into routing the harnessing. Now, a lot of people that I see on like a pickup truck or any car, they just kind of come out the rear bumper. Well, I don't like the rear bumper because the problem I have with the rear bumper is this is my desk, or this is my table that I work on, as you can see with all the junk scattered everywhere. So that doesn't do it for me. Where I put it on the last one was down in here. You see, we got all sorts of room for activity down here, so if I can get them one right next to the other, next to the old fill hole here, that shouldn't be a problem. Let's put the final touch on it. Bam! Oh, this Equinox is just gonna love it. Not too shabby if I don't say so myself. I'm gonna tie up some airlines. We'll give her an old puff puff, get everything inflated a little bit, make sure we don't have air leaks, make sure everything sets right, and we'll go from there. Moment of truth, let's see how they blew up. Yes, Poppy! Left side looks amazing. That's how it's supposed to look. It almost looks like me trying to shoot out of my jeans after Thanksgiving dinner. That's 30 pounds-ish. Bags are successfully routed. You wanna know how I know? I mean, that's got some cush to it, but it ain't like before. Before, that thing was just a boat. So we're gonna screw the caps back on. We're gonna go take her for a spin. It's interesting how I forgot how much firmer this makes everything. I mean, big bumps, that's not gonna get rid of them, but I got a couple bumps here in the driveway that I'm about to hit right now. And it moves through them, but it doesn't sit there and float this thing like crazy, which is really what I need. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna work out just fine. The other thing I notice when I'm driving this, now that I got the bags in, is I don't hear tool chatter. Like, I got wrenches sitting in one of the drawers back there, and driving down this road, you just hear them chatter on each other, where now it's still there, but slightly. It's not, they're not hopping up and down in their container anymore. So that's going to be nice to not have to hear that metallic jingle all the time as well. That is installing airbags, the airlift air suspension airbags, on a 2023 Chevy Equinox. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know if you enjoyed this, if you don't really care about it, if you want to see more farm stuff. We got more stuff coming, I promise. It's been a little slow. Things have been quiet out there, but it's fixing to take off real soon. And now I got a war machine ready for battle. Ooh. Or however you want to phrase it. We're ready to go into fall season. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys on the next one.